Hello everyone, welcome to your live watch along of Belgium versus Russia in the Premier in the Euros. After the delights of what happened this evening of Christian Eriksen, we hope he gets well soon and everything. But like I always will say, we're going to go for it. We've now just got to go and play well, go and give it a good go, and hopefully Belgium can go and get us the win. I've also got Finland, Denmark on, and guys, I've also got Belgium, Russia playing that you guys might be able to hear. But I've also got Finland versus Denmark on, which is a game that they've resumed after Christian Eriksen collapsed on the pitch, which hope he gets a speedy recovery soon. So, permitted to attend tonight's match in the Potocki Stadium in St. Petersburg on the edge. So how is everyone? So I'm just here to just down, guys. There's a goal for Finland. Finland have just scored, folks. Finland have just scored. I think it could be Timo Pukki, I don't know. But hopefully everyone's alright. No, it wasn't. So how is everyone? Guys, put in the chat. Are you guys looking forward to the game? What you guys think the score is going to be? I'm interested to hear your thoughts and your views. So, guys, put down in the comment section what you guys think the score is going to be between Russia and Belgium.
It's nearly 10 p.m. in St. Petersburg, and the Group B match between Belgium and Russia is coming next.
So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think.
UEFA Euro 2020 is sponsored by...
We're just gonna put your comments down in the comment section and I'll answer all your questions when I can. I'm also got the belated game between Denmark and Finland, which is 1-0 Finland at the moment. So hopefully you guys are all alright. We have a good game between Belgium and Russia. And hopefully Belgium get me a couple of goals because I need Lukaku to score. Lukaku is started, so I have points on that board. If Lukaku can score, then I'll be happy. Happy days. Romelu Lukaku is my captain, so this is where my points will be valid.
Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City has been left in Belgium nursing a facial injury.
So guys,
The St. Petersburg heat has cooled. A 10 p.m. local kickoff means that the temperature has dipped to under 20 degrees for the game. It's perfect conditions. Romelu Lukaku and Andre Golovin are the two headline acts. Although Yuri Tillemans might well have a say too, having scored the winner in the FA Cup final for Leicester City. Before the match, all the Belgian players take the knee to send a message that there is no room for racism. It is not met with universal applause inside the Kratowski Stadium. In fact, from what we could hear, that sounded like rather crude whistles. So the first kick of the campaign for many people's favourites and for Russia too.
Here we go, Russia versus Belgium is underway. Let's see what the results can bring.
Everybody's thoughts in the studio first and foremost. Christian Eriksen's family, thoughts and prayers go to them. But it should be a good game. I think Russia should put Belgium under pressure early on, try and use the crowd. We did that so well in the World Cup. And there's another injury early on in this game.
Looks to be a head injury as well in the centre of midfield. The referee tonight is Antonio Machu, who took charge of the Champions League final. An experienced referee, and the head injury to Marinov immediately dealt with.
So, everyone put down in the comment section who you guys think is going to win. Is it going to be Belgium? Is it going to be... Is it going to be Belgium? Is it going to be Russia? Let me know in the chat.
He was pretty keen to point out yesterday that his selection for this game was made in the context of trying to manage 3 games in 11 days.
So guys, I think Belgium are going to win this game. That's just me. Theoretically speaking, I think Belgium will win, but it all depends on how the game goes and how the plan goes. You understand what I mean?
There is the brother of Edin.
Perfect view of Belgium's 3-4-3 formation.
Here we go. So, Belgium 0, Russia 0, about 2 minutes played.
Really important that Russia match up to them in that midfield area. Although Witzel not playing in there is a big blow.
Axel Witsel, who has been so long the anchor man in the Belgian
Here
midfield,
comes.
is still recovering from an Achilles injury which has plagued him since January.
So, guys,
It's
comments.
been a long season.
Let me know in the chat who you want to win, Belgium, Russia. Let me know in the chat.
Celebrating Russia Day. It's a national holiday which signifies the end of the Soviet Union on the 12th of June 1990 and the start of the Russian Federation.
Russia pretty much set up as a 4-4-2.
Belgium are on the ball at the moment.
Belgium are just dropping behind Zuba.
Such a handful. That's for Tomlin having to deal with Manuel Fernandes, who's a naturalised Brazilian. Quick on the throw to Zuba.
Russia are on the ball at the moment.
Zobnin. Russia have been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. In fact, they've probably been a lot more Hyde than Jekyll, really.
So we have to wait and see how this game goes.
Attempting to reconstruct his Russia team ever since they caught the wave of home support at the World Cup 3 years ago.
Here comes here comes Belgium, unlucky, out for a goal kick to Russia.
1 over the top there, he got in between the two centre backs for Russia, and he was just pointing, put it in behind, trying to stretch them early on. That opens up the midfield for the ball into feet.
So far, folks, it's 0-0.
His intent, he wants to get a chance early on.
Zuba knew that he was offside there. Russia can be a rudimentary side. They do have a hard running midfield, but that
so how is everyone? Everyone in?
6'6".
Everyone all right?
It has been the game plan that
about 4.5 minutes played. 0-0.
He stole the show at the World Cup, didn't he?
Here comes Belgium are on the ball at the moment.
Belgium really high and wide. Castagna and Hazard. That just stretches the midfield four of Russia. They have to shift across.
Belgium are just passing the ball around at the moment.
Just keep the chalk on their feet. The full-back's just trying to get that.
Still passing the ball around the Belgium.
This is Tielemans out to Yannick Carrasco.
Oh, Lukaku.
Can't quite find him on this occasion.
I need Lukaku to get a goal, folks, because he's on my fantasy team and he's my captain. I need him to hit the front.
He missed the World Cup with an injury, quite a serious knee injury. He was supposed to be the focal point of the Russian defence going into that World Cup, but because he picked up the injury, they had to call back Nasovic. He was almost as old as Yuri Zhirkov is now. Zhirkov is playing at left back tonight, will be 38 in the summer. Here's Zuba, trying to squeeze that through to Golovin, and it took
so it's 0-0 at the moment, folks. Belgium 0, Russia 0.
That's a good run for Golovin. Just running beyond there. Zuba spots him, just can't quite thread it through. A little bit more of an angle on that, and he's in.
Semenov up from the back.
A corner to Russia. About 7 minutes played.
Take this set piece. Yeah, the Dendonker of Wolves wrestling with
Ball's crossed in.
Penalty area.
It's gone over everyone and gone out for a Belgian throw-in.
Delivery left something to be desired.
And it's now gone out for a Belgian throw-in. Still 0-0.
He's lost a couple of elder statesmen, and finding suitable replacements have been hard to find. The goalkeeping position has been one that's been really tricky to fill for Russia. Igor Akinfeev, who was such a stalwart for years. His initial replacement, Guilherme, a nationalised Brazilian, was dragged off at half-time in the autumn after conceding 4 in 45 minutes against Serbia. And they're currently going with Anton Shunin. That was after asking Akinfeev to come out of retirement. An invitation which he did.
And also, I'm watching the Denmark game, and Denmark have a penalty.
Stoyev winning it back. He's not getting the final touch. He scored 3 goals at the World Cup, Zuba. And he scored 9 goals in qualifying and assisted 5 more. There was only one player who was involved in more goals during the qualification period than Russia's captain. And that was Harry Kane.
Well, they've got to sort that press out. Russia, Golovin, Zuba pressing the 2, and the 4 midfield players just drop straight off. Easy pass into midfield. You can't do that.
Penalty to Denmark.
Trying to get it away. This is Lukaku. It's away by Stoyev, and Zuba once again wins it. The combination between him and Golovin, they thought was going to yield a counter-attack, but Golovin has been penalised for a high
free kick to Belgium. Foul by Russia. And it's saved.
Oh, might come through to Lukaku, does.
Yes!
Miss
Ha! Romelu Lukaku. 1-0 Belgium.
Chris, I love you. A tribute to a stricken teammate, Christian Eriksen, for whom he dedicates this goal.
Oh, he's offside.
Whether it stands or not is a different matter.
Well, he's standing in an offside position. The ball comes to him off the defender who tried to play the ball.
So that means
straight through the legs of Semenov.
it's 1-0 Belgium.
Into the far corner, goalkeeper no chance. He's going the wrong way.
The reason I think the goal might stand is because it does hit the Russian player first. It does hit the Russian player first. And he just try and attempt to play the ball.
Is alongside us this evening, but Peter, although he appeared in an offside position, the goal has been given.
The goal has been given because the defender made a deliberate play on the ball, misplaced it, of course he did.
Come on, Lukaku! Lukaku's one of the players who I've got on my fancy team, and it's working out a treat. Ah.
This European Championships here on ITV.
Getting Lukaku.
Former Premier League referee. And that was the problem, wasn't it, for Russia? That because Semyonov went to play the ball, but missed it, Lukaku then becomes onside.
Oh, I'm in a great mood.
It was a ruthless finish. It is, once again, another goal for him. 38 and 39.
Romelu, thank you very much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Belgium are 1-0 up against Russia. And it's Romelu Lukaku, who is on my fancy team as well. So, that is points all day long. And he's my captain. So I get double the points in this game if he plays for 60 minutes or more.
Poor attempt at clearance.
If you can get a couple of goals, I can be happy.
Need asking twice, Lukaku.
Even though I got Christensen in my side at the moment, playing for Denmark, and I'll be losing, say, won't be losing any points out of that, because you need to concede 2 goals for the player to get minus points. I'm earning points all day long.
There's many people in Belgium who expect Roberto Martinez's team to thrive at this tournament. Some of the more hardened Belgian watchers suggesting that maybe they might be victims of their own success. How many aging teams win titles? Have they passed their peak already? It is a question that has been posed, especially in the last few days.
And if we play well, I think we'll play massively in this game. We just got to keep going for it.
It's often directed at defenders. When you get beaten, you're too old. When you're in the right position, it's great experience. You can't win.
It's Belgium 1, Russia 0. Romelu Lukaku with the goal in 10 minutes. That's what the start I wanted.
He's trying to get in between Alderweireld and Castagna, who believed that the ball went out for a goal kick and not a corner.
There's 3 or 4 of them put their hands up.
I'm in a positive mood, folks.
Corner has been awarded by the Spanish official.
Corner to Russia.
It's a decent header.
Saved.
This flying over the top of the Belgian defence.
Straight at Thibaut Courtois in the Belgian goal.
Right in the danger area, he gets a decent head on it.
So, guys.
So the head of Lukaku was disappointed with the delivery from Leicester's Timothy.
Just going to quickly do something. I'm going to put something out on my community tab. Just because it is still 1-0 Russia. It's 1-0 to 1-0 Finland. But how is everyone doing on this fine day? Romelu Lukaku put us 1-0 up. And everything put Belgium 1-0 up. If you guys think I'm Belgian because I'm supporting Belgium, I am not. I am English. I am proud to be. Just posting something on my community tab to let people know that the stream has gone live on the channel. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. It's 1-0 Belgium. Hopefully a bit more to come.
Belgium were the first team to qualify for the Euros.
So let's see. Let's see what can happen here. Hopefully Belgium.
Tidying up. Russia have had a bit of the ball, especially in that midfield area, and for all our talk about Zuba being the big
If you guys hear a bit of wind or anything, it's just going to got a fan on in here because it will get quite warm in here. Is what I'm saying.
Zayev and Stoyev both good on the ball.
So it's 1-0 Belgium, 1-0 Finland in their game.
Once again. There is a threat here. Zayev goes on the
How is everyone?
Golubin's ball goes central. Here's Zhirkov. There's Stoyev. Fernandez again.
And Belgium are going to get this cleared, I think.
By Torgan Hazard.
Belgium have got it clear, but it's going for a throw into Russia.
Straight out of the perimeter of the playing surface.
So, everyone doing well.
Belguim had a really good end to the season, Lee, at Monaco. After an injury-ravaged first 6 months of the campaign.
So guys,
as you said, they've got some skillful players just behind.
let's see how this goes. Let's see how it
Starting to
does. And
have
let's go and get the win.
Belgium quite happy to get everybody behind the ball.
And we'll be doing England versus Croatia tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So look out for that.
That's loose. And Lukaku has pounced. And this is where Belgium can be
Go on.
incredibly dangerous. Look at Lukaku.
Oh!
It was a good tackle in the end by Jakia.
Oh!
And Dendoncker required just a little bit more composure.
Oh, we got points there for us.
Well, it's a
If
brilliant
Lukaku
tackle
did
from
get an
Turkey
assist
in the
still.
end. Making up for the mistake from his partner. Just gets that left foot in. It should do a little bit better. It just bounces up on him, to be fair. It just lifts off the ground, but you've got to see that coming, hit it into the ground.
So, hopefully everyone's enjoying the stream. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. It's just about 90 minutes played. Belgium 1, Russia 0.
If you are just joining us, you'll know, or maybe not know, that there was a delay to the first or the second game of the day between Denmark and Finland because of the collapse on the field of play of Christian Eriksen. The latest information that we have on him is that he is awake and he's in hospital for further examinations because of his collapse and subsequent medical treatment on the field of play. There was a delay to the Denmark-Finland game of over 90 minutes. That game is currently continuing. It's into its last 5 minutes, and Finland lead by 1-0. Romelu Lukaku has scored the only goal of this encounter. It's a good touch by Courtois.
He's not really playing with much width going forward, the Russian team, and that just enables the wing-backs for Belgium to push right on the seat. Castagna on this right-hand side, Hazard on the other.
So, everyone, hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
Space. Just got to try and threaten that space to either side of the centre-backs.
Still,
Belgium
1-0 up. Should be 2-0 up.
Pushing players forward a little bit. Quite content at the moment just to go through the middle.
I think Belgium will get a couple more goals in this game.
Stanley trying to get inside Zhirkov. Belgium have only lost one of their last 23 games. That was a Nations League game at Wembley. Deflected strike from Mason Mount, the difference on the evening at Wembley back in the autumn. This is Tielemans. Stoyev.
About 21 minutes played. Still, Belgium 1, Russia 0. Not a lot to talk about, folks, because not been a lot of chances except for the goal.
Zuba there just going, there's a little press on his own, and it's absolutely pointless because they just pass the ball round him. Might as well just sit off and stay connected to his midfield players.
Go on, Belgium.
Tried to set up Torgan Hazard, but he was intercepted by Barinov.
Belgium are still on the ball. Belgium crosses it in. What a save!
With a brilliant save.
What a save by the Russian keeper.
Torgan Hazard's effort. And Anton Shunin was very quickly out to greet him.
Well, it's the quickness off the line, wasn't it? Just a little pull there from Castagna on the arm. Just watch how quick he comes off the line there. Practice that in training, goalkeepers just sprinting out and then setting themselves.
Settled on him during the Nations League campaign. He's been back up for a while. He's actually been on the international scene, Anton Shunin, since 2007. Doesn't have particularly fond memories of this stadium. He once got hit by a firecracker when playing Zenit St. Petersburg on duty for Dynamo Moscow.
So how is everyone? Belgium 0, Belgium 1, Russia 0, 23 minutes played. Russia on the ball at the moment. Ball's crossed in, headed away by Russia. Now Belgium are on the ball again.
That's great from the car.
Oh, bad touch from Belgium brings Russia into it. Is that a foul? No. Referee says play on. Lukaku. Go on. If you score this is an assist.
Lukaku's just dropped back.
It's a corner to Belgium. Guys, put your question in the chat if you guys want to ask me anything, literally anything at all.
Got the full back a little bit square there. Just stuck his foot in and won the ball.
Still 1-0 corner to be taken for Belgium.
Super. Proving useful in both boxes.
I think Russia can break.
Winning the header and setting Russia on the attack.
That's a dangerous looking head clash.
Clash of heads. This time, Kuzayev and Timothy Castagna.
That looks very nasty.
Castagna won the ball.
Well, you could see it coming, couldn't you? I'm sure the players could as well. Both committed. Spot on referee. Stop the play immediately.
So guys, put down in the chat, are you enjoying the stream? Russia 1-0 down. Romelu Lukaku with the goal.
This is the goal again.
Once he gets in that position, watch the goalkeeper sets himself to go right, bobbles it into the other corner. There's nothing he can do. No one more surprised than Lukaku when it comes to him. Got to be an optimist as a striker, and he was. Expect something good to happen.
Belgium's all-time top scorer is in fine form.
Bad coach to have.
There's a thing or two about goal scoring.
So let's see what can happen.
Couldn't hit barn door when he first came to Arsenal, I'll tell you that. Patrick will back me up on that one. He did all right in the end though.
Castagna's still getting some intense treatment. This ice pack on his head seems to be okay, but they are warming up a substitute in Thomas Meunier just in case. We have more football for you coming up over the course of the next few days, including tomorrow, Austria against North Macedonia and the Netherlands against Ukraine. That's tomorrow at 4:15, Sunday the 13th of June. And then on Monday, Poland against Slovakia is at 4:15 on ITV and STV. It's Monday the 14th of June at 4:15. Well, Castagna just being taken down the touchline and straight into the tunnel. There's a rap on the head of Kuzayev, and Meunier is going to come on here. They're taking no chances, Lynn. I suppose.
So Thomas Meunier is coming on, and Timothy Castagna is going off.
It's like a cut as well on his head, so he'll be assessed on the sidelines by the doctors. Castagna obviously showing some signs of a concussion straight away.
treatment goes on for Bella. He's St. Petersburg midfield player who didn't make the first team in his first spell with Zenit.
Well, we can get another. It's 1-0 Belgium still.
Reported to be eyeing up a move to the Premier League. Not entirely sure that he's going to be able to continue either. Cherchesov has called down the touchline for a replacement. It's a long tournament at the end of a concertinaed season. There is safety net in the fact that only 8 teams are eliminated during the group stages, so coaches want to manage their squads properly and take care of their players.
So guys, put down the question. Put down some question you want to put down towards me. It is Belgium 1, Russia 0.
Well, thankfully now it's taken out of the players' hands. That's the most important thing, because players just want to play on cuts, bumps. They'll just go through it, but doctors have their say, and quite rightly so.
29 minutes played, 1-0 Belgium.
Alderweireld. Hazard. Tielemans.
Here comes Belgium. Over the top. And out for a goal kick to Russia.
Yeah, the powers were there, sure, but Fudin knew it was way over. A little ball outside him to Nunez was probably the correct call.
It's a popular character here. Denis Cherisev, poster boy of the World Cup in Russia 3 years ago. This season has actually been littered with injury. He's an attacking player who supports the front. Handful of games for Valencia over the course of the last few years, really. He was born in Russia, but basically his whole life's been spent in Spain. Going to the opening game of the World Cup 3 years ago. He starred in a fantastic Russian victory in Saudi Arabia by 5-0.
He's going to be doing this most of the night, coming out to Nunez on his right hand side, Cheryshev just on the left hand side of midfield, putting that protection on Zhirkov.
Be back in 5 minutes, folks.
Half an hour gone, and the #1 ranked side in the world lead. They haven't had everything their own way. Nunez pinching it from Golovin. Barinov seems to have got caught as Mertens followed through.
Looked like Mertens just stuck his foot out to put it on the ground. We'll see it there. Looks like accidental. Only he knows, really. He jumped to try and avoid the follow through from the tackle. Ended up stamping on him. Treading on him, shall I say.
There's Kazayev. Still nursing that injury. I wish him all the best. Has to be a little bit careful. Courtois. Zuba put him under severe pressure. He is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Without doubt the number one for both Real Madrid and Belgium now, Thibaut Courtois. Didn't have the greatest start to life after moving from Chelsea, but he certainly is a brilliant goalkeeper. Got quite a few brilliant players, haven't they?
Not bad. I'm happy with Hazard's throwing. Borderline foul throw that.
Alderweireld. Torgan Hazard. Carrasco. Tielemans. Torgan Hazard again. The back post, Meunier is screaming for it. Might come to Mertens. Does come to Meunier. 2-0.
Belgium.
Meunier, the first half substitute.
2-0 Belgium, folks.
Puts Belgium into a commanding lead before half time.
Belgium, folks, are 2-0 up.
The angle. Cuts onto his right foot.
Thomas Meunier with the second goal for Belgium.
Goalkeeper sees it late, gets his hands on it, but not good enough. Meunier.
Thomas Meunier is 2-0 Belgium.
But that quality, as soon as you caught on the right foot from that left-hand side, the defence drops.
34 minutes played, 2-0 Belgium.
Home advantage not counting for much at the moment. Belgium 2-0 in front.
So can Belgium score a couple more goals? I don't know.
Malinov. Ramon Fernandez complaining that it should have been closer to him. Mario Fernandez. Did have a Manuel Fernandez who used to play at Everton, Portsmouth.
We've just not got enough white shirts beyond that final red line of the Belgian defence. Hardly at all. The press is pretty ineffective. The back three are just passing it around at will. The wing backs are in control on either side.
Tielemans, Lukaku.
Oh, Lukaku!
Shurkov just about managing to get there, but doesn't get it clear, and he's just about got his footing back. Slightly changed the shape, Russia, I think. Trying to go to a back four. Baranov has got into midfield, but there's a problem here for Zhirkov.
Yuri Zhirkov, ex-Chelsea, has gone down injured.
He is heading towards his 38th birthday. The manager himself played until he was 40. A bit older than him. Refuses to exclude someone on the basis of their age. He's only played 79 minutes for Zenit this season. Doesn't want to be given the run around by Belgian whippersnappers. Branislav Ivanovic asked him once to name a few footballers of his age, and he listed Quagliarella, who's 38 now, playing for Sampdoria. Kazuyoshi Miura.
How far would hear that from him? Kazuyoshi Miura. So,
Courtois has no wall at all. He's just saying, if you want to shoot, shoot.
Send it towards Zuba, who's headed it down. And there was no one to
Offside,
There was
Russia.
an offside flag up anyway.
Free kick to
But it
Belgium.
wouldn't have counted.
That's myself why he doesn't head it towards goal. Well, decent position, only 6 yards out. And there's that press, the failed press again, and straight away Lukaku on the halfway line in control. You think you work it out by now, wouldn't you?
They've definitely retreated into the back four and pushed Bellinov into midfield. He has been playing in recent matches as one of 3 centre-halves, and that's the way they started. And they're chasing the game now. I think the coach will mention at half-time
So,
the
hopefully
failure of the
Belgium
press.
can get another couple of goals.
The players should be able to work it out themselves. If you
Guys,
keep going,
put questions down in the
getting
chat.
bypassed into midfield, and you think, well, I won't go the next time, but they still keep going. And they go together as a two, with the ball in between them to Tielemans is so easy to pass. It's not even a hard pass.
Carrasco.
I'm doing a Q&A during the stream, so put your question in the chat. Here comes Belgium.
Dries Mertens. Tielemans. Time got there before Ozdoyev.
Come on, guys, put your question in the chat.
Roberto Martinez is a very positive guy.
I'm ready to hear what your questions you guys got to put in front of me.
Belgium are in familiar territory where they've had some positive memories. They've played their last 2 matches, the last World Cup in this stadium. They lost to France, they beat England.
Go on, look. Oh, tried to put it towards Lukaku, but just couldn't get to him.
Been given away again cheaply. Meunier went down. The referee is not having any suggestion of a penalty there.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this ref. This ref is my favourite ref.
Any chance for you?
No. Well, Shunin should have given his centre back a little shout there. He comes flying off his line, no idea where he is in regards to his centre back. Bundled into him.
So,
the chance was
how is everyone?
Meunier, but just ran away from him. No penalty for me.
They are checking it via VAR. There are 3 different levels. There is the official check and review. There is a serious check, which is what they have now moved on to now.
Oh,
For that challenge by Zhirkov on Meunier.
It wasn't a challenge. He's just standing there, puts his foot down. That's not a penalty for me.
Peter Walton is with us. Peter, what's your view?
I think the Belgian player has actually initiated the contact himself. He goes down. It's a fully justified VAR check, but looking at the pictures I'm seeing, it looks as if he's actually tripped himself up.
Check is over and we play on.
so guys, get your questions up there ready.
Peter Walton, the former Premier League referee, will be with us throughout the tournament here on ITV.
It's almost the perfect game for this Belgian team. They've not been pressed at all at the back. Stretched.
Come on, Lukaku.
Lukaku. This is Carrasco.
Kevin De Bruyne is injured in the last game. Yeah, he was. Kevin De Bruyne was injured in the last game. He had an injured eye socket and a concussion.
Is a trait of a Roberto Martinez team.
So, but how are you, Mushrat? England tomorrow. I will be doing a live watch along of England versus Croatia tomorrow. So, be a bit of a great day.
Right in this first half. Just gone about the business and found themselves 2-0 up.
Looks like there's going to be another change in the not too distant future for Russia. Karavayev is warming up down in front of Stanislav Cherchesov, the Russian gaffer.
Russia on the ball at the moment. We've now won back by Belgium.
Second change of 5 permitted at the European Championships. Karavayev comes on to replace Yuri Zhirkov. He has had a bit of criticism, Cherchesov, in the Russian press for sticking with some of the older heads. And the idea of picking someone who's played 79 minutes all season seems a bit surprising.
It's caught with him now, that's for sure. Again, so easy to get out for Belgium.
So here comes Belgium. Is that a foul? No, it isn't, said the ref.
This time. And they're giving it away once more. Mounier onto Mertens.
Oh,
The last time that Belgium played it was in qualifying and they thrashed Russia 4-1. They look like they're in the mood to dish out some more punishment to the Russians here this evening.
Well, what engagement there was in the first 20 minutes from the white shirts going towards the ball and putting some pressure on. That's all gone.
Belgium are just passing the ball around at the moment. Thank you very much.
They were so good at frustrating the big teams, weren't they, in the World Cup? I mean, they would park the bus, they kept out some real big names. Spain, I remember.
Here comes Belgium.
Russia haven't been able to do that with any sort of intensity recently. They've seen 5 goals against Serbia. Lost to Turkey recently too.
Here comes Belgium. Belgium with the throw-in.
It might have been a slightly different Russian team if we hadn't have had the pause for a year waiting for this tournament. Mertens. Something running out towards that far touchline, but it's a red shirt.
So, how is everyone?
That's been pretty much the pattern of the match. There will be 4 added minutes.
4 added minutes at the end of the first half. 4 added minutes.
Position there, right in the middle of 4 white shirts. They'll end up getting the ball eventually. Just keeps wandering into those spaces and no one picks him up.
That's a ball if he can get to it, and he couldn't, unfortunately.
Nearly ball of the match. Again, just gets the ball, turns, has a look up, picks a pass.
I hope England will win tomorrow, mate. I hope so too. I will be doing a watch-along of England versus Croatia tomorrow. And we'll all have a good time. If you guys want to watch all of my previous and all past watch-alongs are all on my watch-along playlist, which is the link in the description of this watch-along. So far, this has been not a bad first half from Belgium. Played really well, played defeat, did everything correctly.
Brief flirtation with the Chinese Super League, Carrasco, but he's back at Atletico Madrid now.
Belgium is still on the ball at the moment.
They are just toying with Russia, aren't they?
Oh!
Carrasco wriggling out of the tightest of gaps. Still going. Still going.
Oh!
Well, it deserved a finish, didn't it?
That deserved a finish. I thought Eric.
The referee is about 3 fouls outside.
Yeah, I did watch the game. whenever we talk about a subject, we're going to try and keep it mutual and just hope.
Great balance up.
Yeah.
Just sat up on
Unfortunately, give Denmark credit. They did continue the game, so give them massive credit. When credit's due, they continued on and played the game. Lost 1-0, but they deserve a lot of heart because they decided to go and play the game.
It's been the perfect first half for Roberto Martinez. I would have been slightly concerned that some of his superstars would have been rattled, as most people were, by what they saw at the Parken Stadium earlier. They've been measured and composed.
Here comes Russia.
Chelsea.
Well, it's been easy for him, that's the word.
Both of you guys are all enjoying this.
They did finish with a Finnish victory by a 1-0. Get details at half time. Lukaku, who started the scoring for Belgium. And it took him 10 minutes of this tournament to continue what he's been doing in Serie A all season, where he scored 24 goals and created 11 others. There is the half-time whistle. It's been a breeze for Belgium so far. Romelu Lukaku getting his 61st goal, an 8th goal in Belgian colours for Thomas Meunier, punishing Russia. Analysis on the way with Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, Ian Wright and Mark Pugach. At the break, it is Russia 0, Belgium 2.
Half-time, Belgium 2, Russia 0 at half-time, folks. So pretty much like the same as everyone, we all hope. Rest of this all goes to plan. If you get what I mean, you would understand why I mean it needs to be all planned. So it's half time. Belgium are winning by 2-0. Romelu Lukaku and Thomas Meunier with the goal. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this game. Suppose it's going to be a tough one. A tough nut to crack would be the phrase that I would rephrase, but that's just me.
That looks absolutely delicious. Of course, you get one scoop of absolutely delicious cornet door ice cream. I think we're going to have one of them, aren't we? We've got to go on. Let's get one of them coming down. What do you want with it? Vanilla? Triple chocolate? What do you fancy?
Triple chocolate, you know.
Triple chocolate. So, of course, select
So,
from there. And then we just add that to the order.
pray Ferguson, yes, that's what we all got to do. In light of this situation and everything else, we all got to do what we can and just football takes a back seat, but we are still glad that they still managed to continue the game, and that's all that matters.
Oh, like, I might get one of them after, to be fair, but yeah, it's
Well, they've got a mini hot waffle, which looks quite nice.
Mini hot
It's got
waffle?
bananas on it.
we just go back to the main dessert.
And also,
Some of
England tomorrow against Croatia. I will be doing a live watch on for that game tomorrow, so it'll be fun.
I'm gonna get the chocolate fudge s'mores.
Oh, the s'mores. Red velvet cheesecake, that's another one of my
It'll be
favourites.
fun.
Build your own
Fun, fun, fun is what I will say on this day. I'm just watching something else while it's half time at the moment. If you hear that in the background, I'm just watching something else as well. So it's half time between Belgium and
Sometimes you see it on a menu. You don't know what you're gonna get, whereas here you can see exactly.
between Belgium and Russia. It's 2-0 Belgium.
Things removing and stuff as well. You can do it's like on my chicken burger. I didn't have everything on. You know, remove
You
this.
just have to like type a little message to the kitchen.
Yeah, I do like that. Like message to the kitchen, please. But
So you just got to do what we can do and do what's necessary.
all the lights are flashing. That means one thing. Food, dessert. Yeah, my favourite
So
meal is on the way. Here it is. Oh, we got coming down here first. Oh, here we go. Charlotte's going to try and after what 3 cocktails, going to try and get it out. Is there? Here we go. I'm sure the light will be flashing again with mine coming down in just a moment. Is it? Oh, yeah, well, I think s'mores are supposed to go on. There we go.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content on the channel.
Nice, isn't it? There's your ice cream there, cart door, cream as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, oh that looks delicious in there. There you go. You took it in and you enjoyed that. There's always room for dessert. That's what I say. Honestly, always room for dessert. Just wait for my bad boy to come down the roller coaster tracks now. Yeah, it all depends on where you sit. Depending on, of course, if it comes down on a roller coaster loop or not. Of course, you've got the loops just over to the side, just there. There you go. So yeah, it all depends where you sat if it comes down the roller coaster loop. There we go. Should be mine coming down shortly. Oh, here we go then. Time for the reveal.
That looks
You
lovely.
can't really tell because the red lighting, but yeah, that is our multicoloured cakes from Mardi Gras. And we got the ice cream just in there as well. So here we go.
So,
Gonna tuck in and
how are you guys?
How was yours?
It was really nice actually.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. Very chocolatey. You're just hanging in there with these cocktails, aren't you?
Hanging in.
Yeah. You gotta make the most of it. Right, you can try some. I don't can order another one. Like,
There you go, you can see how it's
oh, the lighting just changed. There we go. Oh, yeah, so we're gonna have some of that. Well, the food was absolutely delicious. Just before we wrap up the vlog, just thought I'd take you for a little walk around. Got the show running again in here. There's that awesome wicker on model. Look at that. Amazing. Big you know, the biscuits. There's some really good stuff in there. The service is great. And for me, the food's important, but when you go there, it's the experience.
So everyone, put your questions in the chat. So that you guys can tell me what your who you think gonna score next? Do you think Russia are gonna score? Do you think Belgium are gonna score next?
We just saw all 3 of them. Check it out. There are 3 space boats. Space boat number 3 is right there. It just took off from Hamadiku Park. So now you've seen all 3 in one live stream. We've done it.
So, guys, put in the chat. Do you guys think Belgium are going to win the tournament? Do you think England are going to win the tournament? Put down who you think is going to win the Euros.
Alright, that's about all that I have. The Olympic Village is just on the other side of these tall skyscrapers. So when the Olympians come and get quarantined and not be able to leave their house, this is what the outside looks. So I'm talking to the Olympians right now. This is what the outside looks like. Secret village.
You all need to pray.
When they built this bridge, they made sure that it was accessible to everybody. You can bring your bicycle to that elevator or the lifter or have a problem getting up the ramp. You can ride this elevator to the top. I like that, the fact that they're making everything very accessible. Here's a ramp. Again, the codes are here. So the bicycle wheels are on the left side and the right side coming up. So this in the middle here is just so that the bicycles don't try to ride down and people got hurt from crazy people.
So, Hopefully all you guys are enjoying the stream. Hopefully you are all having a good time. Half time Belgium versus Russia.
So just a shout out. I gotta get back to Kanai. Just a shout out. I have some postcards here for the Postcard Club. I'll keep them.
I've come to the Speedy City, Indianapolis, Indiana. Birthplace of David Letterman, Kurt Vonnegut, and the Big Ugly Burger Challenge. I'm here to try something no one has ever achieved. Eat 4 Big Ugly Burgers. I'm at Bubba's Burgers and Ice Cream just outside of Indianapolis to attempt the Big Ugly Burger Challenge. Finished one 1.5-pound burger, and I get my picture on the wall of fame. But it doesn't have to end there. 2 burgers, I get a headshot. 3 burgers, I get a poster on the wall. And 4 burgers gets me a life-size cutout. 95% of challengers finish the first Big Ugly. 20% take down 2. Only 3 people have done 3. And 42,000 attempts.
Yeah, man versus food. I'm watching it while it's half time.
Today, I'm here to make Hoosier history. So anything less than 4 Big Uglies is a loss.
Yeah, I'm watching that while it's half time because it's break and everything.
For my close-up with the Big Ugly, I find owner Matt Fry, a.k.a. Bub, in the kitchen. I heard that you and your wife came up with this challenge.
So I'm chatting to you guys while it's half time. If you guys want to ask me any questions, you're welcome to ask me anything. Hello.
So I am here to do a very intelligent, wisely informed decision. That's very, very good. Matt begins by shaping 22 ounces of ground beef into a tightly packed ball.
So
It's like an igloo.
I think Belgium will get another couple of goals in this game, but it depends if they can.
This is how you play.
I hope Lukaku gets another goal.
He sprinkles the flattened burger with his secret seasoning.
I'm about to get 8 points just for that one Lukaku goal on my fantasy team because he's my captain as well, so it doubles the points value.
Matt, I'd like to talk to you about your buns. Thank you. The buns. Each one is smothered with the equivalent of an entire stick of butter. After the buttery bread toasts on the grill, Matt transfers the perfectly cooked patty onto a plate. All right, the burger looks delicious. See you in the dining room. Today, man versus food gets big. Ugly. Hoosiers, are you ready?
Oh, I'm actually going to get 10 points from Lukaku. That's brilliant. I'm going to get 10 points from Lukaku, so I'm pretty much packing in the money. So I'm earning 16 points so far from this.
So there's no time limit.
No time limit. No time limit at all. Just tummy limit. Tummy limit.
All right, well, Carmel, Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, Hoosiers in the house. I am hungry. I assemble my first Big Ugly burger.
Yeah, watch it, man versus food. Wow.
Full throttle. Very delicious. One, you'll pose a problem. Feeling greater? Oh my. Fueled by flavor, I burned through half the burger in just 5 minutes.
Oh, I watched that a little bit. But nothing ever beat man versus food. Nothing ever beat that.
At the 10-minute mark, only one bite of the first Big Ugly remains. I have my 4x6 on the wall of fame, but with 30 burgers still between me and eternal food glory, the race is far from over. Though there is no time limit, the food wall is gaining on me fast. So bring on Big Ugly number 2.
Evil. Yeah. We need to play well tomorrow against Croatia. We need to go for it. Have the support behind us and go for it.
I've only seen about 15 people get about as far as you are, but I know you can go beyond that and do more.
Just waiting for the second half to get slightly underway. So, let's hope we can win tomorrow. England all the way. Second half is about to get underway.
World Cup in Japan, which sent Belgium through to the knockout stages. I think it's fair to say, Lee Dixon, that first half was certainly not as competitive as those last two meetings.
Absolutely, just looking at the Russian team and the wasn't before the second half.
So, guys, put in the chat.
Them a little bit.
Do you think Belgium are going to score the next goal? Do you think Russia are going to score the next goal? Let me know in the chat.
Don't go pressing on your own.
Just sorting out some stuff, putting biscuits in my biscuit tin and everything like that. Cause you know what I do. You gotta keep. Oh, a substitution at half time for Russia.
Half-time, it was their third change. They had had five, but they do now only have one window left. You can make an extra change
Guys,
at half-time, but you can only
put questions in the chat. I don't want it to be a quiet chat. I want it to be
the match.
entertaining. Oh,
The second half underway with Didier going in to the back line once again to make up a three. So another shift in formation from Stan Chechesov.
guys,
Quick on the break.
Russia, literally, I've just had a shot just wide of the goal.
In from distance.
That's straight away, 4 players in and around the box. Poor shot in the end, slicing off the
So if you're a bit of rattling, I'm just putting some biscuits in my biscuit tin.
pressing from the
Just because I've just thought, do it all night.
Didier was wrestling with Lukaku, who's tall, imposing centre half.
Guys,
Recently been promoted from
put questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer anything you guys want to put in front of me.
professional volleyball player.
We all need to stay strong and positive through what's happened today, and also back him as lot as we can. Back Christian Eriksen all the way. He will get through this, and we all know he will. With the whole football world behind him, he's not. We've got a huge faith that he'll pull through, and he is in hospital. He is awake in a stable condition, so that's a good sign of things to come.
3 on target, of which 2 hit the net.
So,
Just with the 1 shot on target in the game so far.
hopefully we can get them a goal in this game. About 47.
Taken out on Dries Mertens.
About 47 minutes played, Russia nil.
99th cap today.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
press is different. Pushing up behind those two up front.
Well, they know they need to get back into the game and get back into it quickly if they're going to take anything from the match.
So, guys, put a question in the chat. Let's get conversations going. It's Russia 0, Belgium 2. Romelu Lukaku with the first goal, Thomas Meunier with the second. I think Belgium will get at least another goal. I don't know who's better. For me, I'd always have to back my mate, but I don't know which one I would.
Zobnik colliding with Tielemans. It goes against the Leicester City man.
Free kick to Russia. There we go.
It's Finland next for Russia in St. Petersburg, and
Only because I've known him longer. That's the only issue. I've known him since I was in year 6 of school. So.
It's a healthy crowd in tonight. 34,000 roaring on this Russian team.
That's a ball.
Really delivered anything for them to get too excited about. Fernandez winning the ball back high up.
Here comes Russia. 39 minutes played. Russia 0, Belgium 2.
Zuba. Cheryshev. Boyata tidying up for Belgium. Zdoyev pushed away by
Well done, look. Well done.
There will have been an offside flag which went up there.
Free kick to, or goal kick to Belgium.
Russia, I think it's the first time
If you guys like this,
mentioned Boyata's name.
meerkats, I'll say meerkats.
Much of an easy game he's had.
Definitely meerkats, I would say. Sprouts and meerkats, I'll say meerkats.
What is a rather rigid three-man defence that don't concede too many goals.
And also, if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get the like, subscribe to the bell notification, get the post as well, so you know when every time I'm doing a live stream in the future.
Fuentes been at Hertha Berlin for a little while now. Stepped into that back line when others have been injured.
So,
I prefer today to Jason Denayer.
at the moment, Russia are actually starting the second half quite brightly. But do I see them scoring? No. Do I see Belgium scoring another goal? Yes, I do.
Thomas Meunier.
Got to keep the ball. Break through the Belgian press and get into midfield, and a sloppy pass. No care, no attention on it.
Donkey going in to engage. Go back to Wolverhampton Wanderers and find a new manager in the gaffer's office.
Here we're watching, and
Bruno Laga, the Portuguese.
here we're watching without another.
Replacement to Nuno Espirito Santo.
Here we're watching without another exciting game. So what do you mean, Mushrat? You making no sense in what you meaning. Here we're watching without another exciting game. Your sayings don't make sense.
Zobnik. Take that. Karabayev's cross. Hazard, sensing that there was no real danger, allows it to drift behind.
He did the right thing, cuts on that right foot, gets the angle, puts it in, but Zuba had gone to the near post. Nobody had the presence of mind to make a run.
So let's see what else happens. If another goal happens, good. If another one doesn't, then we're just gonna have to live with it.
Balls are coming in midfield, just go. Just leave your man, just get in the box, take a chance.
Carrasco. So
At the moment, it's still 2-0 Belgium, 53 minutes played.
Hazard, Carrasco, Mertens and Lukaku in the centre.
Ah,
Lukaku couldn't quite get there after what was a delicate and teasing ball from Yannick Carrasco.
It's a great little ball, wasn't it? He was waiting for Lukaku. He's just on the edge of the box at the moment. There he is. Just can he get in there? Carrasco couldn't wait any longer.
It's a bit of harassment that's going to be punished by the Spanish referee.
Amos, right, what do you mean?
Or doing the dirty work in midfield then, Donker. Fernandez, left by Zuba.
Here comes Russia.
By Ozdoyev. Centred. Might come to Zuba. And there was a
Free
foul
kick
at
to
the goal.
Belgium.
Wouldn't have counted even if he had found the net.
That's good cover. And then Donker came all the way over. Three centre backs got dragged over to the right hand side of the Russian attack. Quite having it all their own way at the start of the second half, which is good for Russian players.
Russia trying to get back in the game, but Belgium, thank you very much. 4 thumbs up, we'll try and get more on this live stream.
Zuba.
Let's try our best, folks.
Belguim. Deflection just
And
took it
in
away
to the gloves of
from
Thibaut
Zobni.
Courtois in the Belgian goal.
That corner. Snap ups it.
Belguim is a little Siberian with the gift to defrost the iciest of defences.
Here comes Belgium.
To lead Monaco into the Champions League for next season.
Oh, Lukaku. It would have given me more points if that went in.
Still a commanding Belgian lead. Don't write the Russians off just yet. They lost their opening game in the 2008 Euros and ended up going all the way to the semi-finals. Not sure that many Russian supporters, even the most optimistic ones, are thinking that they can go on a run like that this time. But then again, not many were too optimistic going into the World Cup 3 years ago.
Here comes Russia.
Last day. Shakir.
So how was everyone enjoying the stream? Thank you very much. 5 thumbs up. That's how we appreciate that, folks.
There is an injury here, or an offside, which needs to be sorted out. No more attempts by Belgium in this second half, which sort of gives you an indication of who's enjoyed the first 11 minutes of it.
Well, they've been pushed back, haven't they?
Come on, Belgium, you can play better than this, man.
Further up the field, a bit more intensity on the closing down. Apart from this bit, Tielemans has got so much of the ball in that first half.
Belgium are just passing the ball around, trying to get passes moving left, right, and centre.
About that.
Throw into Belgium.
Tielemans.
Come on, Tielemans on the ball.
Away from Ozdoyev.
Oh, tried to play through Lukaku. Couldn't fit it in.
Belgium Belgium aren't without their flaws. There have been questions about this side. What happens when the first 11
Guys.
don't click or fire?
Questions in the chat, please. We can get some conversations going.
Alternative forwards are Batshuayi or Christian Benteke. Maybe a very young Jeremy Doku.
Here comes Russia.
Zuba. Here's a chance for Russia. Needed to get it out from under his feet, maybe a little quicker. Golovin. Mario Fernandez.
Russia are on the ball at the moment.
Golovin again. Just couldn't quite squeeze it back to Mario Fernandez. Diviev.
Here comes Russia.
Belgian half now. Golovin. Away by Jan Vertonghen to relative safety.
Well, they just need a goal now with this pressure. Sure, Martinez on the side a little bit anxious.
Here comes Russia again.
Control up to now, but
Corner.
Well, they've won a corner.
Corner to Russia. Nearly 60 minutes played, half an hour to go.
Corner number 3 for Russia. Golovin trots over to take it. Semyonov.
supply has been mixed so far in this game.
I think Belgium will get the next goal.
Well, if he gets it too, Zuba, it's difficult to out-jump, isn't it? Not with delivery like that.
But Russia about to score one goal. I've got the new Ericsson corner. Fifi the ball and the pressure. Great.
Zuba's chest again doing the work. It's a waste.
Here comes Belgium.
It's on him. Bounced upon by Mertens, then Carrasco.
Belgium are now on the ball about half an hour. Anyone. So basically he doesn't support a team basically.
Tielemans. Torgan Hazard exchanging passes.
Basically Mushrat doesn't support a team anyway.
Torgan Hazard, who counts amongst his teammates at club level, Borussia Dortmund, England's Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham. Both of whom will have to be in action tomorrow when England take on
So hopefully
Tielemans. Lukaku just trying to get free. Felt he was being held there.
Belgium are on the ball at the moment. Let's pass the ball around to Belgium.
Tielemans is such a mature footballer for someone of his tender years, isn't he?
Belgium are actually playing really well.
Mertens. Now it's a Belgian corner.
Belgium now have a corner, folks. Corner to Belgium. 61 minutes played.
That's a jostling position at the far post. Pushed away unconvincingly by shooting.
Throw into Belgium.
Decent ball in. Great area. Everybody ran away though. The keeper could have caught that.
This is Vertonghen. Then Donkin.
Just passing the ball around the Belgium. Belgium are playing really well now, starting to get into the game.
More space once again.
Get into the second half.
And probe. challenge.
Quite well tonight, Lukaku. 2 or 3 times. Just wants that ball down the sides, and midfield players haven't found him. He keeps making the run and telling them. His hold-up play's been really good as well. Obviously got his goal. Top 4.
This is interesting, this substitution to stop is coming off. And so is Cheryshev, who was a first half substitute. Came on after half an hour for Kudzayev. Naranchuk coming on.
The sub's been subbed.
King's really interesting. Maxim King, who plays as a defensive midfielder, he's just transferred to CSKA Moscow. He's really young, baby-faced 19-year-old. He actually was caught up in March, having not played for any Russian youth team. They just ran out.
Free kick to Russia.
Pulled him into the squad. Thought he was fantastic, and he's kept his place. Russia have won another free kick here. Zuba feeling a little bit of the pain.
So, guys, put down your questions. I'll happily answer as many questions as you want to throw at me.
Visiting hosts at major tournaments has not always been great for the Belgian Red Devils. They've played the host country 6 times in major tournaments and never won.
64 minutes played, still 2-0.
Team tough. Zuba. If he just happens to be in the way, it can hurt. Well, Russian football is not in a particularly good place. There hasn't been much interest or investment in the domestic league since the end of the World Cup. Almost like they'd sort of accepted that they'd had their moment in the sun. Boy, what a moment that was. It was a great tournament 3 years ago. I think over the course of the next few weeks, we're certainly hoping for the same level of excitement and emotion. Obviously today's events at the Parken Stadium may have put a dampener on proceedings. The good news coming out of Denmark this evening is that Christian Eriksen, who suffered a collapse in the middle of the game between Denmark and Finland, is awake, receiving attention from medics in hospital, and seems to have been stabilised. My best wishes to him and his teammates, who went out and finished their game after a 90-minute delay and ended up losing to Finland by a 0-0. Not that I think too many people were concerned about the result in that match.
I do have to say, it certainly affected us watching it on the big screen downstairs in the green room. So what the players were going through and how they finished that game, I had no clue.
Vertonghen, Carrasco, trying to speed down that touchline. Still going.
Hello!
Into the thought process of shooting.
Hello, Pradeep.
Inside.
I'm doing well. Tomorrow's a big game for England, the one where I can start to get nervous.
This is Belgium without Axel Witsel, without Eden Hazard, without Kevin De Bruyne, whose facial injuries are still healing after the Champions League final. And since the last European Championships, no Company, no Dembele, no Fellaini, all since have retired from international football.
Maybe Patrick, you do feel as
Oh,
if
so you want
Scotland's
Russia to
kicking on
win,
this
not
team.
Belgium, even though Russia are
Certainly
2-0 down.
Very comfortable tonight. Just doing enough. in
That's
the
much
second
right for
half.
you.
Russia at arm's length, but do you feel there's another 2 or 3 gears? There's certainly 2 or 3 players to come. You get De Bruyne in the middle of this part. A talented team all through.
I just wonder how fit De Bruyne and Witzel are going to be. It's almost a little bit like Belgium, like England, with Maguire and Henderson have decided to include players that might not be fit right from the very off because they're looking further down the
Which game are you support?
tournament
Which game are
schedule.
you supporting?
Witzel, I mean, he hasn't played since January. The
I'm
idea
English,
is to go and play an
Pradeep. I'm
international
English.
game seems fanciful. Here's Lukaku. Mertens trying to shift it on to Dendoncker.
If you can, I am English. I am British, and I'm proud to be English. But I'm also going to be supporting England. But because of family and my dad is Scottish, I will be following Scotland during the tournament as well.
Pressing, etc. is just starting to wane a little bit.
So England and Scotland. Got about 20 minutes to go. Russia 0, Belgium 2.
Substitutes.
At the moment, folks.
Subbing the sub. Mukin. Zuma.
Offside again. Offside Russia. Guys, put question in the chat. Let's start a conversation going.
A little bit. Doesn't feel any pressure behind. He thinks he's got time and space. Just played him offside. Clever defending.
Tielemans, who made more appearances than anybody else for Leicester City over the course of the campaign. Scored a really good goal against Russia at the beginning of qualifying for Euro 2020, which was a very long time ago now.
Just not worked him out all day. Every time he gets the ball and turns and plays a forward pass to the next line, Russia have to drop off.
Guys.
He wants the ball as well, doesn't he? Vertonghen. Inspire with my little eye. Another Hazard. Well, he's made just 21 starts at Real Madrid over the last 2 years. But he is going to come off the bench to replace. Well, I think he was going to replace Dries Mertens, but they're having a conversation about it. And that left Vertonghen's entirely comfortable. Mertens is certainly the one who's trotting over towards the near touchline. There's the issue with Vertonghen.
Just gives him a little nudge, pushes him off balance and kicks the ground with his left foot. And he's kicking like just jarred that ankle joint.
Eden Hazard, he's on.
Dries Mertens
Scored
has gone off and Eden Hazard has come on.
since he scored here against Russia in qualifying.
Certainly seemed, I know he's had a lot of injuries, different players. He's gone to Real Madrid from what he was like at Chelsea in all sorts of ways. Body shape, hunger. Yes, he's been carrying knocks, etc.
So I don't see another goal coming.
World-class player on your
I don't see another goal coming anytime soon.
Turner only match in a blink of an eye when he's in top form and 100% fit. Is that change of direction when you've had those injuries that he's had that sort of caused him problems? He's a little bit more hesitant in doing so, and any sort of change in thought process when you're a player that requires that nimbleness and balance, this causes you grief, slows you down, and reduces your effectiveness.
Well, there's no doubt as well, he looked heavy to me every time I've seen him. And obviously, if you're not training flat out because of those injuries, that can affect
So,
body shape.
it is still
Also, you've got to be
2-0
honest,
Belgium.
When you're injured, you've almost got to be fitter than when you're playing, because you've got to be in the gym, you've got to be keeping yourself and the rest of your body, whatever the injury is, as fit as you possibly can.
Here he is. Munier. Carrasco just switched to the other side after the introduction of Hazard. Two brothers on the international stage playing together, Torgan Hazard and Eden Hazard. We do have a third brother, Kylian, who plays in the Belgian league. A rather talented family. Former Arsenal centre-half Thomas Vermaelen is stripped and ready for action on the near touchline. Worried about the accumulation of injuries that might be sustained at this tournament after almost 13 months of non-stop football.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There will be lots of little niggles in this from that overload of play and exertion, but can't be helped. Give them a choice, do you want to play or not? All the players would say yes, and they'll give everything.
Russia on the ball at the moment.
Taking the ball off Eden Hazard. Carvalho.
Russia still 2-0 down against Belgium. Oh, here comes Russia.
This is decent from Moranchuk, but
Good
it was
defending.
equalled by the reading of Dedrick Boyata. Timed his intervention to perfection. 15 minutes to go. The idea of Russia getting back into this game seems to be ebbing away minute by minute. So here is the change. And it is Vertonghen for Vermaelen. Confirmed substitution. I think Dennis Pratt is about to come on as well, another Leicester City player about to enter the fray.
Vermaelen's coming on and Vertonghen is going off.
Pratt's coming on. I think for Yannick Carrasco, who's leaving now. More football coming up on ITV over the next
Carrasco is going
days.
off and Pratt is coming on.
Austria versus North Macedonia tomorrow, 4:15, and Netherlands against Ukraine. That's tomorrow, and then on Monday, football continues. It's going to be some festival, isn't it? Poland against Slovakia. Robert Lewandowski, the star act, at 4:15 on ITV and STV, Monday, 14th of June. Looking forward to that one. There's a few more games upcoming over the next week or so. There's a game between England and Scotland, which might well dominate the agenda towards the end of next week.
Should we go to that one?
I think we'll go to that one if we can.
Why don't we go to that one with Ali McCoy starting the front?
Hazard being fouled.
That's me link, guys. If you guys want to go and follow me on Instagram, go and hit that up, and you can follow me on Instagram, where I do a lot of updates on there.
To extend their scoreline and their lead. Hazard doing well. Didier coming off second best. Hazard trying to keep it in, but failing to do so. Times Eden Hazard has just got away with a bit of skill past the defender, but hasn't had that acceleration, hasn't had that ability to just move off into the next gear. Comes with playing on a regular basis.
Lukaku.
Just taking no chances and going back to Boyata.
About 11 minutes to go. Belgium 2, Russia 0. There's the pin link up top, so you guys can follow me on Instagram on there.
Foul. So, no challenge from Yuri Tielemans.
I don't look down. I'm only looking down because I'm watching the game on my phone, the Belgium versus Russia game.
Back in 1960. Played in 3 further finals. The best they have managed since the dissolution of the USSR was the semi-finals of 2008. And they were beaten by a mesmerising Spain team 3-0.
Russia are on the ball, but Belgium have got the ball back again.
But it's true. Went 16 years between appearances at the European Championships between 2000 and 2016. There's been a meteoric rise over the last 10 years. Huge amount of talent coming through at a similar time. Lots of household names sprinkled into this Belgian team and this squad. Speak to Roberto Martinez, he said getting his squad down to 26 has become harder and harder because of the emergence of even more talent.
A lot of youngsters coming through, learning off the.
So it's Belgium about 9 minutes away from their first win of the tournament. 2-0 against Russia.
Set himself a goal of having 3 players for every position when he took over. And he didn't just take over as the manager of the national team. Roberto Martinez took over as the technical director too.
He hasn't got as many right backs as we've got.
Hazard. Little nudge on to Dennis Pratt. Nunez cross, Shakir's header. And that was a problem area for some time actually for Belgium. From the emergence of Meunier and Castagna. Meunier scored the second goal, actually was working in a factory. And as a part-time footballer until 10 years ago.
Just son of a bed, folks.
away from Dendoncker.
Free kick. Is that a free kick? Yep, free kick.
No yellow cards in the game so far.
Free kick to Russia.
Terrible touch from Belgium and try to make up for it, but nowhere near it.
If Russia are going to drag themselves back into this game and rouse this crowd who at the moment are entertaining themselves, then they need to strike pretty quickly. There's some tall heads to aim at. Dibiev is even bigger than Zubia. Zuba is on the edge of the 18-yard box. Again, the delivery isn't precise enough. What can Golovin do from this area? Well, that was a rather unconventional and unconvincing clearance from Boyata.
I don't think he's expecting it. He just came past one of his teammates. Flashed that out.
Belgium 2. Russia 0.
26,264 is the official attendance.
Russia, ball's crossed in.
And most of them would have been hoping that Russia can produce something in the last 6 minutes of this game. Zuba penalised. Since it was his chest, the referee insisting it was a hand.
It was a hand, but I don't think he was aware of it.
So, got about 6 minutes to go, folks. 6 minutes to go.
Backs to play with. Difficult night for him, but
Guys,
he's just put the effort in. There's no support at
we're
all.
doing alright. We're on 1.54k subs. We're doing well on this channel. We need to get it up even more.
Cheshesov, who is the Russian head coach, is rather animated on the touchline, and now the referee is walking over to have a word with him, try and calm him down. He does have his quirks. He's not the easiest guy to interview after a game. In a recent defeat to Slovakia, he just walked out of one media quizzing with the words, "Sorry, gotta go, laters."
Did he actually say it like that?
Here comes Belgium.
Certainly not the most popular guy with the media or the supporters, really, but there are one or two that believe that he might have a career in politics when he's finished being the head coach. He's on speaking terms, regular speaking terms with Vladimir Putin. Who said sport and politics doesn't this? Hazard, Dendoncker, Edin Hazard once again. Track just went to dart in behind Jakir, the ball was not forthcoming.
For about 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go, folks.
For Marley. Still Roberto Martinez directing traffic down in front of us. He really has settled in Belgium. Despite a lot of rumours that have been linking him with a return to the Premier League, he's signed an extension till 2022. It's no surprise that they want to keep him. He's taken them to #1 in the world. Quarter-finalists at the European Championships, 3rd place at the World Cup.
Meticulous coach. Attention to detail is fantastic. I spent a bit of time with him working for ITV, just chatting about football over the years, and writes everything down, takes little notes, draws little diagrams of other little warm-ups he sees before games.
The fall from Belgium, unlucky.
Side of the game.
Don't think he's
I need Lukaku to score another goal. If he scores another goal, I'll be absolutely over the moon.
His players speak Dutch,
Because it means my
Spanish,
points will be
Portuguese,
my point will be doubled.
German.
Go on, Lukaku! Lukaku!
And he feeds off them.
Lukaku is 3-0.
You get the feeling this fella is going to have a cracking summer. It's another 2 goals for the
Romelu Lukaku, that's double points again! Double points again! I think I've been the right good striker this time.
Look up, he knows where the goal is. Goalkeeper in no man's land. He's hardly had a kick in his second half. But that's an important one for him and for this Belgium side who've really been at ease tonight.
Now he can celebrate. And now the scoreline reflects the dominance.
Come on, boys! Romelu Lukaku, 2 goals in 1 match. I'll happily take that every day of the week. Romelu Lukaku.
As soon as Diviev decides to run with him, there is only one winner. Maybe have a little gamble, try and play.
I'm in a happy mood because who's got me basically 2 double points in 1 game? Romelu Lukaku. Because it all works. It works.
Always going to be outrun there, and Lukaku's not going to miss that.
Lukaku's is gonna do well. My captain does well. I like him as a player. Oh, it's never a free kick, ref.
Is it right on the edge of the penalty area? Boyata just having a few words with the Spanish referee.
Wasn't right, whack on his shin pad there.
Be lucky to escape without a yellow card. Does present Russia with an opportunity right at the end of the game. We're going into stoppage time now.
Stoppage time at the end of the game, folks.
Ranchuk grabbed hold of the ball, put it down.
2 minutes.
2 minutes of hold on time, 90 seconds.
Ranchuk and Golovin both standing over the ball. Courtois furiously trying to line up his wall. As Golovin has been told to leave the scene. There is a distraction wall in front of the Belgian wall. Ranchuk.
Over the top, over the
A
top.
couple of yards over the top of the crossbar.
Summed up.
It doesn't sum up my day, it sums up every good fibre in my being. Because this has been a good game for me. I wanted Lukaku to score, but to make full taste of it, Lukaku actually scored twice.
Been pretty consistent.
So I think
This will be a 9th win in 10 group games at World Cups and European Championships.
60 seconds to go for Belgium.
Pressure off as well. Those Belgian fans will know now that they've got 2 games upcoming against Denmark in Copenhagen, and then back here against Finland. That they'll get, I believe they'll get enough points to take them through to the next stage of the competition. Won't be too long before they start bumping into big hitters. This competition is designed in a way in which you very soon run into the luminaries of European football. And it might just take a little bit of the pressure off the shoulders of some of the players too. The tag of being the golden generation can weigh heavy on the shoulders of some. And although the golden generation has been missing a few of its shiners,
Full time, Belgium 3, Russia 0. Like, subscribe to the bell notification. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch on of England versus Croatia at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Like, subscribe to the bell. Like, subscribe to the bell notification. Get to it. Oh,